Just be quiet, he's sleeping. I'm like, well, I'm only going to get louder. Honey, I have to show emotion for the people.
Cool. Game. Real life.
Game, real life. Are we going to play that card and have that argument again, are we?
No, it's not an argument.
You're right, it's not an argument. Do you know what's even worse is I just got all that on bloody stream. Yeah. Play it back later and be like, oh, I showed her.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, what? Listen to Deezy, hang on. Oh, I'm gonna unplug you. Yeah. She just standing. Thank you, Mrs. Moose. She's just standing in the hallway with her arms folded. Don't you look at me like that. I'll knock you out.
I'll disconnect the internet.
You'll disconnect the internet. Yeah, okay.
Well, I don't need it.
I,
Who needs it?
don't start. Don't start.
You just thought that.
I'm always a smartass. That's my job here at OSRL. Alright, back in a minute. What? Hey, mate. I'm very well, man. I'm sorry I missed the start of the stream, but very happy to be here.
Ah, hello, Mr. Moose. How are you?
I love myself a bit of Austria, as some of the guys found out last night. One of my favourite tracks, and first time with the dynamic duo back together for season 3. I'm pumped. Yes, stand by for half a second, and here we go. On at Mercedes, we have Dino 420 fam and Nat Hammer. At Red Bull, we have a full reserve lineup for tonight of White Chalk and Apache Franks. At McLaren, we have Tent Sandals and Crazy Kiwi on reserve. Aston Martin, we will have Gurk Honamo and M Stone. At Alpine, we'll have VSR Roscoe Arm and Prince OK. At Williams, we'll have the reserve driver of Broken Reptile alongside URL Jacko. A full reserve lineup at Haas tonight. We have G Flash and Tyler Double F. At Alfa Romeo here, we have Mr. Fury Strat and Buster T16. At Toro Rosso there, we have Sando and Maniac. And rounding it out, we have the Ferrari of Scotty and 2 5Ds. Who is it? G Flash 7. You should now have an invite in your inbox, fella. Well, that's exactly right. So, being as tight as it is, we'll just run our viewers at home through the top 5. They read like this. It's URL Jacko out on front on 48 points, followed close behind by 2-5 on 45. M Stone on 44. TJSF1 there on 42, and Scotty down there a little bit further back from these guys, down there in P5 on 32 points. But still very, very early. Yeah, that's exactly right, mate. And for the guys at home, we TJSF1, who's currently what is he, 4th in the championship. He has decided to walk away from OSRL, so he will not be he'll not be scoring any more points. But yeah, he's decided to walk away, and he did let the McLaren boys know. The McLaren guys have a chat, and yeah, he sent us a very heartfelt message. He certainly is. Have I said too much there? G Flash is in there. G Flash, in theory, should be in here, because I can't send him another invite, which generally means that he's in. But yeah, I'm definitely not seeing his name. Only that many. Yeah, exactly right. Once again, it's very, very close. Still very early in the season, but on top we have Ferrari on 232 points. P2 here for McLaren on 173, just in front of AlphaTauri there on 172. Red Bull in P4 on 155. Mercedes 154. Alpine down there in sixth position on 148. Williams P7 on 147. Aston Martin on 134. Haas on 110. And Alfa Romeo just struggling to get away in the early part of the season there in last position on 90 points. Just, yeah, going. Everyone in the lobby also, please do not ready up until you are asked to do so. Please unready up. Yeah. Yeah. Monza. It's to be fair, I'm struggling to remember what I had for lunch, let alone McLaren did win. It was TJS that won. Somewhat. Well, there was a lot happening towards the end of the race last week. A little bit behind him, but the stewards decided that anything that deserved a penalty got one, and it was all sorted out from there. So, yes, TJS did win last week. Well, I guess he's done a Nico Rosberg, and he's gone out on top, mate. Yeah. No, that's exactly right.
This was.
It most certainly is, but it's probably just Cody's doing Cody things, as we've seen more than once this season already. Greedo. Greedo's in. Oh, I'm a little bit pumped, Dees. I am a little bit pumped. The pre-workout wore off. I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. Yes. Oh. Yeah, it's very, very easy to. Oh, are you there? Jeez. I cannot hear you. If you can hear me, blink twice, because I can't hear you. Jeez. Right, well, I don't know if our viewers at home can hear Deezy. I definitely have no Deezy in my ear, but very quiet pit lane thus far. And we will have some action out on track now to the tune of Gurkonimo. I have no idea if you guys at home can hear me. I cannot hear Deezy. A very, very short lap around this Austrian circuit indeed. The Tier 4 boys were doing 1 minute 4s last night for their pole. Can these guys here tonight better that? I would assume so. Deezy, have I got your back, fella? No, I cannot hear you. I've got the stream running in the background now. I cannot hear you. Alright, no worries. I'll run us through here with a lap with Gurkonimo, who's invalidated his time already. So who's the next in the track? It will be Buster T16. So I'm on board here with Buster T16. While you're trying to get things back and working into turn 1, brake nice and late. And there was a car in the wall a little bit further back there. Long run up the hill we go. You do not want to miss the braking point here up the top of the hill, because it'll send you a long way into that chicane where you don't want to be. Hits the apex, probably not as ideally as he would have wanted, but he's got a nice run coming down the hill. Once again, just lift off the accelerator, let the car do the work and rotate itself. Traffic staying to the left, we'd like to see that. A quick little left here, nice and technical. Very easy to get it wrong and invalidate. Also, another sweeping left. Again, very, very easy to invalidate. There's quite a few places on this track, and penalties will play a part come race. Into the long right-hander, and can he kiss the apex? Yes, he does, and he's going to come across the line. For our first lap time, it will be a 1:04.5 from the Alfa Romeo. Oh, jeez, and he's in the wall. Buster's in the wall. Yeah. I've got the stream on in the background, fella, so I can sort of hear what you're saying, but it's got that few seconds delay. I'm on board here with Apache Franks, just coming through the end of the second sector into the third sector. And he's only got a couple of corners left here to navigate. And what can he do as Scotty comes around and posts a 1:04.2. So the time's tumbling very, very quickly. Apache Franks, 1 minute 5. That's not going to get you anywhere close, fella. M Stone's done a 1:04.2. Crazy Kiwi about to come across the line. Doesn't invalidate. He ran very, very wide there, but didn't invalidate. He doesn't improve. So who can I find on a lap? Dino's just starting a lap, so that's no good for us. Prince OK in the third sector. He's just coming out of the bottom of the hill. As we're starting to see a few of these lap times tumbling now. And we got yellows in Sector 1 as White Chalk goes fastest of anyone in that Red Bull. Whoa, Prince OK. Definitely getting out of it there. And not sure if he made a little mistake and got out of it. I'm trying to find a car on a genuine lap here, fella. That he is. Well, that's exactly right. You've hit the nail on the head there as Ted Sandals has made a little bit of a mistake. I still can't hear you, so don't think I can hear you. As Dino420 fam elevates himself up the grid. Very short lap here, like you said, mate. And it's worth mentioning that in this short qualifying session, there is traffic everywhere. Cannot stress it enough how much traffic there will be in these qualifying sessions. As I'm seeing, half of our grid is currently on track, and I would assume that we're going to see the rest of our grid fairly abruptly. Patchy Franks coming through the third sector. He's a couple of tenths up. What can he do to post that lap time? Get himself... Oh, and he's absolutely cocked it up at the final corner. Unfortunately for the lad. He does improve, but only by a couple of tenths. And he'll be back in the box to get some new boots on, I would have thought. There's Jacko I'm seeing on a lap here. He's just started his lap. He's at the top of the hill, fella. And we'll ride on board with him for the duration. It's a very, very short lap, as you can see with the timing screens on your screen at the moment. A 1 minute 4 is a lap around this Austrian circuit. The Red Bull Ring, and last night in Tier 4, the Red Bull was well and truly represented, winning the race, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure how you guys had it in Tier 3. But Red Bull have had a fairly strong showing. As Jacko has invalidated his lap time. VSR Roscoe Arm has invalidated his lap time. Prince OK in the first sector. Apache Franks coming into the box for a new set of boots, like I predicted. I should probably buy a lotto ticket if I'm having that good a prediction. But Prince OK, he appears to be the next man without a valid lap time on the board that's going to be coming around. He's just coming through the middle sector now. And as he swings around this left-hander, we'll see just where he's at sector-wise. As the timing beam is halfway through. It's a 44.4, which is pretty much as good as just about anybody. And staying to the right... It usually means he's coming in, but he's taking a very wide line there. And he's still well and truly pushing along this lap. Gets on the AstroTurf. Doesn't invalidate. I'm not sure how he doesn't do that. But it's a 104.1 to elevate him to third in this session. Broken Reptile. He's he's coming through the end of that second sector now also. Very, very short sectors here. Very short lap. It's a 44.8. So he's a couple of tenths down on the time we just saw from Prince OK. Yellow flags in Sector 2. It does appear that someone turned themselves around there. Could be a Williams by the look of it. I will have a little look in just a second. It is an LP. Broken Reptile, a 104.5. Good lap from him. Someone else just elevated themselves up. I didn't quite see who it was. 2.5 about to come around the final corner for his first time lap. What can he post on the board? His time will be a 104.3. So, geez, Gurk Honomo's gone top of the timesheets with a 104 flat. The times are falling here on the medium compound tyre. Tent Sandals, a 104.6. What are you doing on the medium compound, fella? That is suicide in a session like this. Little Sando, he's just starting a flying lap. Yes, Scotty there. I just overheard you through the stream there, mate. Scotty, a 103.9. That's the quickest time we've seen well, in both tiers yesterday. It's definitely gone better than that. Someone has turned themselves around. Yeah, certainly is, mate. And Sando, little baby brother, is just coming around the final couple of corners now. And what can he post in the number 23? He's gone very, very wide. How has it not invalidated him? Whew. He goes up to the front row with a 104 flat. You do not get any flatter than that. And mate, I hope you're going to fix this commentary glitch that we're having, because I cannot hear you for anything. So I'm trying to listen to the stream, and I'm about 4 or 5 seconds behind on the stream, and it's making things very, very interesting.
I'm just letting you do the thing. I'm just pointing the cameras, mate. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, fair enough. Greedo is
After the session, I'll just restart this PlayStation, but it'll be fine.
sure. Maniac on a lap here. He's just coming through the end of the second sector, and he's a couple of tenths down on his best time at the moment. So we'll try and jump on board with someone who appears to be improving. Mr. I'm Not a Cult Hero, Apache Franks. He's just coming through the end of the second sector. He's about half a tenth up, maybe a 15th less. He's going to want to find something in this final sector. Yellow flags are waving at him. What can he do though? Can he get a couple of tenths? That's a nice. Oh geez, he's invalidated actually. It wasn't as nice as all that. So VSR Roscoe Arm, he's invalidated a couple of laps, and he's really struggling out there. M Stone a 103.8. Another man into the 103s. What do we got here? I'm not seeing a whole lot of action from anyone a bit further down. So, very, very much a lull at the moment. I don't think so.
This man is.
I don't think so.
That looks a little bit wide, but he's improving.
I dare say there's not much happening out on track at the moment, fella.
No, mate, just we're just watching, just the sound up, the glorious game sounds. But yeah, I'll just restart all on my side between the after the qualifying, so you can hear me all relatively well.
That would be very helpful.
Lobby, I'll just restart the PlayStation because it won't let me leave the party to rejoin, so I'm kind of just stuck in the position at the moment.
Ah. I kind of feel like a twat every time I'm reacting because it's about 7 or 8 seconds too long.
Even if I pull out a cracking joke, it won't even laugh in time, so why? I just let you do it.
Oh, mate, I am the king of the one-liner. Well, you were talking about bumps before, but we won't go anywhere near any of that.
I'll talk about racing lines, mate. The assists on the water.
What happens at the Grand Prix stays at the Grand Prix. White Chalk here. He's a couple of tenths up in the first sector. And if he can hold on to this and stay that couple of tenths up, this is going to be a time that could be good enough for pole. He's nearly 2 tenths up here. So he's absolutely flying his White Chalk. Comes around the final corner. Gets the car rotated nicely. And he will go to P2 only. So he's lost out in that third sector.
Yeah, that final corner cost him probably a good 10 seconds.
VX Greedo back towards the back of the grid. He's our late call up, and he's just muffed up that corner a little bit more than he would have liked. Was a couple of tenths up, unfortunately for the lad. Can he still improve? I still have faith here for the lad to improve. Comes to the line. What can he do? It's a 104.5, so he's improved by 2 tenths. Only enough to get him up the grid. One position though.
The gap starts hot. Here comes little Sando. Currently not improving in his time, but we'll watch him come across the line. He got wide last lap, and he's got wide again. I'm lucky that hasn't invalidated into the next one as well, but he did improve. Now, I don't know how much time he's got because there's yellows everywhere.
I think it's about a minute.
Yeah, which probably sounds about right. We've got the Colt Hero mate coming towards the end of the lap.
What? Do we?
Yeah, mate. Half second improves, goes up to 60, and 104.4.
Roscoe still trying to get his first time lap on the board here. He hasn't invalidated as of yet. He's just coming around the final couple of corners now, and he will get a timed lap on the board. Will the lad? Where will it elevate him? He goes to P11 if you do not mind with a 104.1.
He's just outside of that top 10 where you really want to be in this kind of situation, but he has one more chance. Who is coming around the final couple of corners? I think it's a Williams of, it's not El Jaco, it's Broken Reptile. As we just await for the checkered flags to be coming out, mate. So all of these lads will still have one more chance until that flag drops, and it has just dropped now.
Yeah, Apache improved by a tenth and a bit, and he invalidated his lap right at the line. So very unfortunate there for the lad. Mr. Fury straight a couple of tenths up here.
Jacko is the starting track. He needs these couple of tenths, mate. As he's coming around the final corner now, Fury is a Ferrari. Scotty crossing the line, no improving ahead of him.
That's a huge improvement.
Top 10 pretty quick.
Wowee.
We've got the two Aston Munchkin Edstone take pole position back away from Tyler as he comes around the final corner. He can, he goes into the sevens, and Joe Bono, his teammate, does not improve. Who else is pushing out there? Roscoe, he is not on the push, he's back out of it. So a Red Bull, that might be Apache's AI, it is. So that's it, that's qualifying done, mate. That is M Stone taking pole position ahead of Tyler, FF Jamie, the White Shot Sando Prince are the top 5.
Are you right to get a photo of the grid so that you can help me set the grid for the next race?
Yes, mate, I'll flip that over to you on Messenger right now.
but I'm eating an ice cream.
What a lap from Webstone. To be almost 10th clear of the field at a track like this is pretty impressive. So congrats to him on the pole position here in Austria. It's a 103.7